Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to start elements, compound, and mixture. This is your fourth part. In a third part, we have discussed about compound, but in this lecture, we will talk about the mixture. What is a mixture? When two or more substances mix with each other without chemical combination, the resulting substances is called mixture. Yes, my dear students, mixture means when you will mix two or more than two substances without the chemical combination. Simply suppose you will add sand in sugar and salt. So what is that? That is example of mixture. Even you can see the examples are given here. Mixture you used to have in your home during the tea time. It contain peanuts, dalmot, and lots of things which are used to make mixture. Why it is called mixture? Because there is no any chemical combination. It's only physically they are mixed with each other, and all particles have their particular taste. If you will eat mixture, then that time you will have a taste of peanut also, you have a taste of dalmut also, you will have a taste of nimkin also. So all particles have different taste. Means it is clear that in mixture, when we will mix together, no new substances will form. Property will remain same of their particles. And the second example, you can see that lots of gems are given. They are a mixture because different colors are mixed with each other. Even you can see which color is where, and you can separate it by simple physical method. And third one is that you can see the examples. Lemonade, you are adding sugar, salt, lemon juice and water mixed with each other, and this is called mixture. So what is a mixture? When two and more substances mix physically, then that is called mixture. General properties of mixture. Mixtures are made up of two or more substances that are not chemically combined with each other. Yes, my dear student, already we have discussed mixtures are made up of two and more substances that are not chemically combined. Chemically combined means only physical mixing is that, both with each other. The properties of mixture are given below. The properties of mixture are given below. What is the properties of mixture? The component of mixture of each keep their original properties. Yes, already we have discussed. In the case of mixture, peanut have their own properties, dalmut have their own properties, namkeen has their own properties. Means after the making the mixture, all particles have their particular taste and their particular characteristics. Means after the mixing with each other, they will not lose their properties. Property will remain same. And third one is that the separation of component can be easily done. Yes, my dear student, you can simply separate the component. Suppose I'll give you the example of first picture. You can separate it very easily. Suppose I'll ask, just separate in the first picture. You can you can separate the peanut, dalmut, namkeen with your hand. There is no need to use a chemical method. So here that is a given. Separation of component can be done easily, and the properties of component is a variable. Yes, my dear student, because they contain a different component, therefore they have a different properties. Next, types of mixture. Yes, my dear student, there are two kind of mixture, and we will discuss about the every type in next lecture, or you will discuss in the 7th class, because you are in 6th class. Just know what is a type of mixture. Already we have discussed mixture. What is a mixture? When two and more substances mix physically that is called mixture. And there are two kind of mixture, homogeneous and heterogeneous. So what is a homogeneous? Just see what do you mean by homogeneous. When you will add two things, suppose I am adding sugar in water. After mixing sugar in water, you cannot see where is sugar, where is a water. Means there is no any separation boundary between sugar and water. That is called homogeneous mixture. So it is very clear, when you will add solid substances in one liquid substances, and after mixing that you will not able to find out where is sugar and where is a water, and that kind of mixture is called homogeneous. Simple example, when you will add salt in water, after dissolving the salt you will not able to find out where is salt and where is a water, and this is examples of homogeneous mixture. And next one is that heterogeneous, means after mixing the two substances you will easily find out where the substances are. Suppose you will add sand in water, simply you can see that water and sand separately because they have a separation boundary between them. So in the case of sand and sugar, sand and water, there is a separation boundary, and in the case of sugar and water there is no separation boundary. So what is a homogeneous? After the mixing of two substances there is no any separation boundary, means after the mixing you will not able to find out the particular substances, both they have same phase. But in the case of sand, after mixing is that you will not find out where in the case of heterogeneous, when you will add the sand in water, easily you will find out with your naked eye where is sand and where is a water, and that is called heterogeneous. Suppose you will add chalk powder in water, then chalk powder in water, simply you can find out with your naked eye sugar and salt, water is there and chalk powder is there. That is examples of heterogeneous mixture. So it is very clear, heterogeneous and homogeneous. Again I'll give you some example. Tea leaf and tea, simply you can find out where is a tea leaf, where is a tea. That is example of heterogeneous. Clear? So there are two kind of mixture, homogeneous and heterogeneous. Please write in your copy, it is a very important for you. Next, we will discuss about the differences between compound and mixture. What is the differences between compound and mixture? So what is the difference between compound and mixture? Just see, compounds are chemically bonded. Yes, my dear student, when compound will form, whenever two and more substances chemically combined. But in the case of mixture, physically combined. Physically means simply they will mix physically, there is no any chemical combination. Compound cannot be physical separated. Simple, you cannot separate the compound by filtration, see, by winnowing, by the use of filter paper, you cannot separate it. It's need chemical process. But in the case of mixture, you can separate it by simple physical process. Suppose I'll give you the mixture of sugar and water, that is a mixture. Simple, you can separate it by heating. When you will heat the solution, what will happen? Water get evaporate and you will get the sugar at the bottom. Simply you can separate it by physical process. And third one is that compound shows their own characteristics. Yes, my dear student, in the case of compound, new substances will form. Two substances combine, new substances will form. But in the case of mixture, no new substances will form. Ratio of component is fixed. Suppose I'll make the water. So what is the formula of water? H2O, means 2:1. 2:1, it is a fix. If I'll talk about the water, so what is the formula of water? H2O. And what is our ratio is that? 2:1. We need 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. That is a fixed ratio. but in the case of mixture, no ratio is not fixed. You can add 100 ml 100 gram sugar in 1 liter water. You can add 10 kg sugar in 5 kg 10 kg water. Means you can change the quantity, you can add in any ratio, but in the case of compound, ratio is fixed. Boiling point and melting point are constant. Yes, my dear student, means the boiling point and melting point of compound is fixed. Suppose I'll talk about the water. The boiling point of water? 100 degrees Celsius. It is a fix. But in the case of mixture, boiling point is not fixed. When you will add sugar in water, its boiling point will change. The boiling point will be increased. Water will not boil at 100 degrees Celsius because it is not pure. Already you have added sugar in the water, and that is a mixture. So compound has fixed melting point and boiling point, whereas mixture does not have fixed melting point and boiling point. So these are the difference between compound and mixture. Please try to write down in your copy. Now, separation of mixture. Why we need to separate the mixture? Suppose I'll give you the mixture of pulses, rice, and I ask, just separate it. So why you will separate? So when two and more substances are mixed together, they form a mixture, we know that, and component of mixture should be separated because some component may not be useful. Yes, my dear student, harmful substances can be removed by the process of separation or may spoil the useful component of the mixture. Yes, what the reason we need to separate the mixture? Because to remove dot, to remove undesirable particle, to remove harmful substances which may spoil the all foodstuffs and all mixture. Example, in your house, your mother is doing what? Tea leaf are separated from liquid with the strainer and while preparing tea. Yes, my dear student, when your mother is making tea for your father, what she used to do? She separate the tea leaf from the tea with the help of strainer. Why? Because tea leaf is not good for our health. It is undesirable, harmful substances. Second, the removal of stone pieces from wheat, pulses and rice. Yes, my dear student, before cooking rice, pulses, and making chapati from your flour, what your mother is doing? Your mother used to separate pebbles with the help of sieve in the case of flour, and she used to separate pebbles from the rice and pulses with her hand. So why we need the separation of substances? Because to remove undesirable substances. So in next lecture we will talk about the method of separation of substances like winnowing, evaporation, sedimentation, condensation, sublimation. These are the processes which are used to separate component of the mixture. Till then, thank you and have a nice day, my dear students.